What is knowledge and how to acquire it? Knowledge is important to the growth of everyone on this planet. So many times what we think is knowledge is more or less just noise. But in fact, knowledge is only what is not yet known, or relearning what has been forgotten. We should always be striving to understand the world a bit better than yesterday. There is so much information out on the internet that it may seem overwhelming to gain true knowledge. Information overload can leave one feeling out of touch with reality and thinking that there is no true knowledge to be had. Gaining true knowledge about the world is a lifelong journey and many times takes dumping bad information to take in new, better information. A great place to start in the pursuit of knowledge is to work from a place where proving yourself wrong is the first step. We all have our own ideas about what knowledge is and how we should use that knowledge. The consumption of information does not equate to the attainment of knowledge. While some information contains knowledge, not all knowledge is attained by the consumption of information. Much of the time, information that we take in is negative programming and mind manipulation to move the masses in one direction or another. Some knowingness and knowledge comes from our experiences. We learn or should learn from our experiences in life as not to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. He who does not learn from his mistakes has not attained experiential knowledge. There is nothing new under the sun. Have you ever heard or read this saying before? I'm sure most of us have, but how many of us truly think about its meaning? Gaining knowledge almost always takes a second and even third look at the information or experience. Most people learn more efficiently through repetition, and through this exercise comes a greater understanding of the information. So it is a great idea to read any information, including this article, more than once. Gaining knowledge efficiently can come mentally, physically, or both, as it is through repetitive action knowledge is fully understood. People learn slightly different, so you'll need to learn the best way to attain knowledge for yourself. At different stages of life, the way you learn can change, or better yet is likely to change over time. Don't lock into one form of learning, but instead, allow your learning to operate in a fluid motion. Learning in a fluid motion means that the pressure of learning is reduced and becomes easier. Many times we put unrealistic pressures on ourselves in the pursuit of knowledge, thinking that all knowledge should come in a short period of time. Again, this is an unrealistic notion, as it is impossible to gain a lifetime of knowledge in a restricted amount of time. Each time we gain a bit of knowledge, it opens the doors for yet greater knowledge. This is why rushing to gain vast knowledge in a finite period of time is a futile exercise. Instead, knowledge should be acquired in a manner of flow, letting information come quickly, when it wants, and slowly when it wants. There are times when knowledge such as experiential must be learned very quickly, but most of the time there is no rush. Keep in mind that what I am saying here is not about experiential knowledge or the knowing of something, because it is common knowledge. Example, knowing something because of an already expected outcome, like dropping a ball. You know that if you drop a ball that it's not going to go up. You already know that the ball will definitely fall to the ground. You also know that if you add the numbers 3 and 5 together, you're going to get the sum of 8. You also understand that if you put the numbers 3 and 5 together, that you will have the number 35. These exercises are information that is already established before the action is executed. What I'm speaking about here is newly learned information not known or experienced ahead of time. Knowledge, the lifetime journey and process of gathering useful information that will allow you to navigate through the world in a way that is more helpful and less harmful to your existence. This type of knowledge will allow for greater successes on the life journey, help you to understand others better, and let you live a reality that works with you instead of against you. The definition of erudite is having or showing knowledge that is gained by studying, possessing, or displaying erudition. The acquisition of a solid foundation of knowledge will allow you to present yourself eruditely to virtually anyone willing to listen, as long as the ego is kept at bay. Tell yourself that confidence of your gained knowledge is powerful, but knowledge coupled with an overactive ego may leave you with no one willing to listen. Managing confidence versus the ego is a bit of a tightrope act, but if the knowledge you've gained is of a solid foundation and you maintain a good heart, you'll do just fine. Because the attainment of true knowledge is a lifelong journey, it also comes with a certain level of wisdom. Thus, the more knowledge you gain over time, the greater the likelihood that you find yourself listening to others more than speaking. Enjoy the acquiring of knowledge and let it be the power you use when the time is right. How do you know when the time is right? Well, one way to know when the time is right is by following the conversation you are having with another person and allowing them to seek your wisdom. When a person is seeking wisdom from your knowledge, their body language will change, or they will stop speaking, possessing an almost puzzled look on their face. When this happens, the other person is looking for answers not yet known to them, or their base of knowledge. At this time, take pause, look within yourself, and let the knowledge you have flow out in a harmonious manner according to the conversation. Now you can wear man eruditely, the Michelson effect, clothing that you can customize to your specific style. Author, Michelson Williams, Editor-in-Chief, MMAP Magazine, mmapmagazine.com, Founder and Creative Director at goalphoenix.com.